Welcome everybody to the 2020 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. What you see in front of me is the 6.2 litre V8 installed in the LT Trail Boss trim with the Midnight Edition upgrade, along with many other optional extras fitted to this truck. Now, I've already spent a fair amount of time talking about the sister to this truck, the GMC Sierra. Please go check out the video that's appearing in the iCard right now, because that is going to address pretty much everything that I would want to address with this truck here. So I'm going to give you the spark notes in regards to this vehicle, because just like the GMC, I think they strike the same pros and cons, but there's certainly a few things that I want to address with this truck that can't be addressed with the video that I have made previously. So, similarities between these two trucks. Obviously, they're on the same platform, they have the same interior, pretty much all of the same option packages available. Where I've really liked the look of the GMC Sierra, I think it's an effortlessly beautiful truck. This isn't the same story, but with a similar conclusion. I have always liked the way that these new generation Silverados look. Yes, they look a bit funky, a bit alien-like, with that face that has quite a lot of elements going on with it. You have the daytime running light element and below the indicators, and then your main headlights above that. But when we're looking at this specific model that I have with the Midnight Edition, you'll see how the cross member is black, all the other grille elements of black, and then obviously the paint of the truck is black. It all seems to be put together quite seamlessly. So there's the spark notes on what I think towards this truck. But let me address the things that make this one significantly different to the Sierra that I tested out before. This one is the LT Trail Boss. This is the most bro-dozer vehicle that you can buy from Chevrolet straight out of the factory. It has a standard 2-inch suspension lift over the regular Silverados. You're going to get quite a few other off-road upgrades. So with the LT Trail Boss, you'll get that 2-inch lift. You're going to get these 18-inch wheels with the 275 by 65 Goodyear Wrangler wheel, and you can go up to the 20-inch rim with the same sort of tire, and I think it would really help fill out the space of these wheel arches quite a bit. A few other things you get with the Trail Boss include the 2-speed transfer box, the red tow hooks up front, and the Z71 package, which is immediately added onto a Trail Boss, and that's going to give you the Rancho monotube shock absorbers, some underbody protection, an automatic locking rear differential, and hill descent control. So I have listed in the description down below all of the options that come with this truck that I'm testing today, but the two main ones that I want to address are the Midnight Edition and the Performance Upgrade. And the Performance Upgrade includes a performance air intake system, and then the exhaust system is totally different from the catalytic converters backwards. So when you wake this thing up in the morning, it has quite a lovely noise to it. Along with an exhaust noise that always seems happy to see you in the morning, there's plenty of other interesting benefits with this 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8. With 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, it isn't just something that sounds good, it actually has a fair amount of performance to it. The 10-speed automatic transmission that was built alongside Ford is incredibly reactive, and it always seems to be in the right gear. Along with a good transmission, you've also got some other interesting engine technology. So outside of the automatic stop-start that can be turned off at any point with this little button down here, you also have the dynamic fuel management system. Now, this is a little more interesting than just regular cylinder deactivation that we see in a fair few other vehicles, from high-end performance cars all the way down to small econo boxes. This is a different system in the way that not the same bank or the same cylinders are the ones turning off. There are 17 different sequences that the computer can use to turn off whichever cylinders it needs to improve fuel consumption. The immediate benefit of this is that you're going to have hopefully equal stress and equal strain on all of the components within the engine, so not one bank is less used than the other. Now, with these very off-road oriented tires, you'd expect to sacrifice a little bit in terms of road comfort from just the amount of noise that they would pick up from regular driving, but given how well isolated this cabin is, I really don't think it's a problem at all. I've noticed very little additional noise over the Sierra diesel. The biggest difference I can tell you though is that with this Performance exhaust, or maybe it's just the 6.2 litre engine, I'd really appreciate it if you have this configuration of truck, if you could tell me if it's something that is specifically in regards to this truck having the performance upgrade or not, because on the highway or any consistent speed, you can really hear an exhaust drone. It's something you are just going to have to live with, I'm afraid. Now, with the Trail Boss, it is interesting that you can't get this with the same 3-litre Duramax diesel that I tested out in the Sierra. The diesel is available in the Silverado, but just not in this trim configuration. So those are the things that I think needed to be addressed with the 6.2 litre V8 and the performance upgrade option. But with the Midnight Edition, that's why I'm testing out this vehicle today. That's why it ended up in my fleet. This is one of the new additions to the Silverado for 2020, and plenty of other Chevy and GM models have this blacked out Midnight Edition. So what do you get with it? You get the black badges, the black bow ties. Here in this model, you see these quite meaty side steps. So that's been my quick thoughts towards the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with the 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8. Quite a fun engine, and again, the same thoughts that I have towards the GMC Sierra. I think this is a good truck. I just think it's lagging behind significantly to its main American competition. And much like the GMC Sierra, I think this is a truck that you should test drive. Now, when we're comparing this engine towards the 3-litre diesel, they really are on two separate ends of the spectrum. You've got the economy and versatility and the fuel consumption of the diesel, but then you have the joy and good old American fashion truck style with this 6.2 litre V8. I know which side of the spectrum I would be on if I was actually going to go out and purchase one of these trucks, but I'd like to hear what you think. Are you more on the diesel side of things or the gasoline side of things? Pros and cons, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching this video. If you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all of those lovely things really help me out a lot. So, hope to see you again soon, and thanks for watching.